the leadoff man is aboard in the first inning for Lander. So up comes Zach Daly, 297 hitter on the year. 9 doubles, 1 triple, 22 homers, 76 RBIs. He's homered in the first inning of both games so far for the Bearcats here in Cary. First pitch breaking ball in for a strike, 0-1. Matt White over at first base with a short lead. Now Daly shows bunt, pulls the bat back, and takes a breaking ball that drops at the letters 0-2 now. So Daly's fallen behind in the count against the starter Partain. Now a throw back over to first. White's got 12 steals and 14 attempts this season. He is the second leading threat to steal for the Bearcats. That's the first time that's happened all week here in Cary. 1 on and 1 out now for Colby Lesignan. There's a pop out of play on the right side. An overhead flight here at Cary, the airport nearby. We've seen some planes pass over the College World Series this week. As there's a line drive, gloved by White, diving stop, throwing to first in time. What a play from Matt White. That ball looked like it might sneak through as well, but White with a diving stop, hop to his feet, throw on to first. The runner does advance to third, but there's 2 down in the inning. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Sam Griggs. The second baseman, a .343 hitter, 13 doubles, 2 triples, leads the Screaming Eagle, 51 RBIs. A runner on third and 2 out in the first inning for Southern Indiana. Set. One attempt, popped foul towards the Screaming Eagle dugout. Southern Indiana not afraid to play small ball here in the early going. This is not a team that hits a lot of home runs. Sam Griggs is second on the club with 7. So a 3-1 count to Kellner with Barry standing at second base. 1 out in the top of the second. The pitch. That ball lifted to right center field. Center fielder coming over and making the grab. Barry unable to tag up as it was run down in the alley by Hamilton Carr. So 2 outs and a man at second for Will Jones, the second baseman. A .244 hitter this year. He's got 8 doubles, 4 home runs, and 22 runs driven in this season. Jones, who got the start, behind the seat. There is nothing more fun than live broadcasting technological difficulties. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the bottom of the second inning here at Coleman Field. Many thanks to the fine folks at Mount Olive for helping us get back on the air. We hope to stay there for the remainder of the broadcast. 1 runner on. There are 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Landers leading 1-0 for those of you just joining us. The RBI single from Will Jones in the top of the second inning with 2 outs that plated Thomas Berry. So that's where we stand at the moment. J.D. Waite trying to work his way through this second inning as he fires up the pitch, and that one's lifted to right field. Gatlin Minnick back on the run, and it's over his head. Didn't get a good read on it. Cope's going to send that one all the way to the wall. Runner being waved around. Jones will come up firing on the way to Mangum, not in time. RBI double for Andrew Cope. Gatlin Minnick, the freshman right fielder, did not get a good read on that ball at all. Spun around out in the outfield, and by the time he recovered, it was well over his head. We're knotted up at 1 apiece, so maybe we were better off being off the air. Southern Indiana coming to life at the same time the internet does here in Cary, North Carolina. 1-1 our score. Now to bring up Joe Redburn, the sophomore DH. He's a .227 hitter, 4 doubles, 14 RBIs this season. So Redburn with a runner on second and 2 outs. As Southern Indiana tries to take the lead. He swings at the first pitch and lifts it to left field. Kellner back on the run, and he'll track it down for the final out. But the Screaming Eagles come back with a run of their own. We go to the third inning, all knotted up at 1 apiece. An elimination day here in Cary, North Carolina. The Bearcats and the Screaming Eagles even through 2. And listening in from Columbia, South Carolina, Tom Mobley tuning in to cheer on the Bearcats. We hope he's still with us in the capital city. We head to the third. You're listening to Bearcat Baseball. Top of the third in Cary, North Carolina. Rickson Lane with you. There's 2 strikes offered up to Gatlin Minnick, the freshman right fielder. Misplayed that ball in the previous half inning, allowed Southern Indiana to tie the game up as he takes a breaking ball low and outside. Minnick hitting .224 this year. He's got 1 double, 2 homers, and 5 RBIs, but he's had 2 good at-bats at the College World Series as he fouls that breaking ball off to stay alive. Minnick has been a late defensive replacement in a lot of games this year for Lander after his starting job was taken back by Alex Conaway. There's a breaking ball off the plate. Another pitch high and outside as Chase Bartain threatening to lose the number 9 hitter after getting ahead. That one's high and away, and Minnick walks. So Gatlin Minnick's had 3 at-bats here in Cary, and he's reached all 3 times. That flips the lineup over, and up comes Matt White. He led off with a hard-hit single that was unable to be fielded by Griggs at second base. White shows bunt, takes a ball outside. Minnick at first in a tied ball game. They'll throw back over to check on him. No steal attempts this season for Gatlin Minnick. He is starting in his 12th game of the year. He was the opening day starter for the Bearcats this season. The freshman out of Greenwood, South Carolina, hometown kid. As White is going to swing away there and takes the ball low and inside. Third baseman Trent Gunn creeping in for the Screaming Eagles. But White never showed bunt that time. See what White does with the 2-0 count. Instead, Partain will throw back over. He has not been shy about throwing over to first and making sure the Bearcats don't try to run. Lander, one of the few teams in this tournament that does not have gaudy statistics on the base paths. The Bearcats don't run very often. As White puts one down, back to the mound, Partain will have to turn, throw to first, and another sacrifice bunt laid down by the Bearcats. A pitch that was up around the eyes, and White probably could have taken it for a 3-0 count. Instead, he puts it down. That sends Minnick to second base. So 1 on and 1 out for Zach Daly. Partain with a look back to second. Now the first pitch, swinging a miss, breaking ball off the plate, and Daly fanned at it. Well, Daly's been trying to avoid those off-speed pitches, not chase balls out of the zone. That's something Lander has struggled with in the NCAA tournament. Their pitch selection has not been what Coach Kermit Smith wanted it to be, as Daly swings at another off-speed pitch. That one down low. Behind in the count 0-2, and Southern Indiana making no bones about the fact they don't think Daly can put one down the left field line. Their left fielder, Drake McNamara, he is all alone as Daly fans on 3 pitches. 3 straight off-speed pitches outside, and Daly swung at all 3 of them. 2 down in the inning for Colby Lesignan. 0 for 1 this afternoon. Minnick stands at second base. The Cats trying not to strand a runner in scoring position as Lesignan takes a strike on the outside corner at the knees. The 0-1 pitch, low and away, 1-1 count. Minnick with the leadoff walk was bunted over to second base. Now hoping Lesignan can drive him in. Another ball low and away, and Lesignan watches it for ball 2. The 2-1 outside as well. So Lesignan being very patient here. He's got himself a 3-1 count. Partain, a look back to second. Here's the 3-1. Breaking ball down the middle. And it's a 3-2 count on the Bearcat first baseman. Here's the 3-2. Swinging a ground ball to second base. Griggs was back in the outfield. He makes the grab, throw to first, and the side's retired. Lander gets the leadoff man aboard, but can't bring him around to score. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning here in Cary, North Carolina. Lander and Southern Indiana all knotted up at 1. The Bearcats will take the field when we come back to Cary, and Connor in Nashville, Tennessee, cheering on Lander this afternoon. The Bearcats trying to hang on here in the College World Series. You're listening to Bearcat Baseball. Hamilton Carr to lead off the bottom of the third inning for the Screaming Eagles of Southern Indiana, as J.D. Wade starts him off with a fastball outside 0-1. Here in Cary, North Carolina, Division II College World Series. Rickson Lane with you. Lander, Southern Indiana, an elimination game here on Wednesday afternoon. 1-1 our score as Wade paints the outside corner once again. Two outstanding spots there from J.D. Wade. The 0-2 to Carr, low and away, down in the dirt. The Bearcats got on top in the second inning. A single from Will Jones. Southern Indiana responded with an RBI double. The fly ball down the right field line, but hooking out of play. Long run for Minnick, but he won't be able to get there in time. Hamilton Carr, the leadoff hitter for Southern Indiana. One for one today. 3 hits the first time through the lineup for the Screaming Eagles, 2 for the Bearcats. There's a grounder off his foot as Carr goes to the dirt in front of home plate. That one got him on the right foot, I believe. Carr will walk it off, limping pretty visibly as he walks around that right-handed batter's box. And a courtesy brushing off at the plate from Terry Helgen, our home plate umpire. Shane Freeb is on first base. Mo Moget is at second base. Ivan Daniels is at third. So another 2-strike offering from Wade. That one reached out and lifted into shallow center field. Daly coming in, and he'll run it down for the first out. Shallow fly ball in left center field. No problem for Daly out there patrolling center. 1 down in the inning for Kyle Niemeyer. Niemeyer laid down a sacrifice bunt back in the first inning. Waite has really pounded the strike zone as he throws a ball outside. 35 pitches, 28 strikes so far from J.D. Waite. Meanwhile, Partain has thrown 46 pitches. There's a hot shot grounder to second. Jones will field it on a bounce. Throw on to first for the second out. You always feel good about grounders to second when Will Jones is out there, a former JUCO All-American second baseman at Middle Georgia College, who came to Lander and then turned into an all-conference starting pitcher. Jones kind of thrown into the mix last year during that 22 and 26 season. So there's a strike on the outside. Waite trying to retire Kyle Kempf. Kempf 0 for 1 today. As Waite winds and delivers. Grounder left side, that's through the infield for a base hit. 2-out single from Kempf. Hard hit grounder to the right of Mason Dodd. Had no chance to get the glove on it. So runner on with 2 outs for Sam Griggs, the cleanup hitter. The sophomore and second baseman for the Screaming Eagles. He's 0 for 1 this afternoon. And the starting lineup for Southern Indiana, 6 seniors and 3 sophomores. Good mix of youth and experience for Terry Archuleta's team as Griggs takes a big swing and misses. Six starters. Check it, 7 in the batting order for Lander, along with 2 freshmen, as that one popped up right side out of play. And then Wade on the mound is a junior. Lander has started this weekend 4 different freshmen. Minnick in right field today. Mason Dodd's been in the starting lineup every game. Ryan Troutman started at third yesterday, and Sam Lynn got the ball game 1 of the College World Series for the Bearcats. Runner on the move as Griggs lines it to right field. Hit and run was on. Runner will be waved around to third base. There'll be no chance to get him as the throw cut off by White. And just like that, runners at the corners for Southern Indiana with 2 outs. Griggs with the single to right field, and that brings up the catcher Ryan Bertram. He's 0 for 1. One of 6 Screaming Eagles hitting over 300 this year. Runners at first and third with 2 outs in the inning. Waite looked like he might have been able to work a 1-2-3. Instead, he's got the go-ahead run 90 feet away. So there's a swing on a line drive center field, but right at Daly, and Waite's out of the jam. The Screaming Eagles leave 2 aboard. We'll go to the 4th inning. 1-1 our score in Cary, North Carolina. You're listening to Bearcat Baseball. Four, 5, 6 due up for the Lander Bearcats in the top of the 4th inning here in Cary, North Carolina. Rickson Lane with you. The College World Series rolls on here on a Wednesday afternoon. An elimination matchup as Thomas Berry takes a breaking ball in the small of the back. First pitch from Partain in the 4th inning, and it got Berry right between the numbers. The all-time school leader in walks is hit by a pitch to begin the 4th. And that will bring up John Mangum, the catcher, who laid down a sac bunt in his first plate appearance. Well, the Bearcats, who struggled the majority of this College World Series to get runners aboard, that's not been a problem today, but they got to find a way to get them around and across home plate as Mangum swings at the first pitch and misses 0-1. Off-speed pitch down around the knees. Oh, 0-1 count to Mangum with a runner on first. Nobody out in the 4th. Now Mangum wants to bunt, and he takes a strike. Pulled the bat back at the last instant on a breaking ball at the bottom half of the zone. But now he'll likely have to swing away. Glad to have you along with us here. And what has turned into a beautiful day. We were told to expect some inclement weather the back end of this week, but right now, smooth sailing. As Mangum's hit by a pitch on the foot, an 0-2 breaking ball that dropped down and got him on the cleat. So just like that, 2 on and nobody out for Lander. Now let's see if Taylor Kellner is asked to lay one down. The Screaming Eagles think so. Corner infielders coming in. Gunn and Cope playing on the edge of the infield grass. Kellner didn't get the sign from Britt Johnson. Asked for it again, and he is granted that request as Johnson relays. Kellner, one of the fastest Bearcats on the team. He might put a little pressure on this Screaming Eagle defense if he lays a good one down. Instead, he wants to swing, and he takes a pitch low and outside, 1-0. Never turned to bunt there. Interesting decision here by the Bearcats. There is action in the Southern Indiana bullpen. A left-hander up and warming up down the left field line. A 1-0, swung and tipped into the mitt. And now time taken, and Britt Johnson wants to talk to Kellner. Obviously, a sign was missed. Johnson came out of the third base coaching box immediately as soon as that swing was taken. I have to imagine, in the way this tournament's played out, we've only really seen two high-scoring games. The Nova game yesterday, where they hammered the Bearcats 12-1, and Millersville putting up 11 in another winner's bracket game yesterday. Aside from those, we've seen low-scoring affairs. And you have to imagine, runners on first and second, nobody out in a 1-1 game. Lander's trying to move runners over at this point. And I think Kellner may have missed a bunt sign. Let's see what he's asked to do on a 1-1 count. He squares to bunt, and he pushes one down the third base line. It's a great one. Gunn gonna bare hand, throw on to first. What a play by Gunn. He got Kellner on a fantastic sidearm throw, charging down the third base line. Kellner took a ball that I didn't think was over the plate, and he pushed it right down third. Kellner probably one of the better bunters on this Lander team. And the left fielder put a great one down the line, and up comes Will Jones. Jones, who has 2 of his 23 RBIs this season here at the College World Series. Walk-off single against Central Missouri, an RBI single here this afternoon. Now he grounds one sharply foul down the third base line. Tried to sneak one past Gunn, and the count is 0-1. Runners at second and third, one out. Jones takes a breaking ball low and outside. Good eye there. Partain tried to get him to fish after it. Jones, the senior second baseman and starting pitcher for Lander. Partain, a couple of looks back to second now. He'll turn and throw. Mangum went in standing up. As the throw to Griggs, a little wide of the bag. One game, top of the fourth inning. Lander trying to take the lead with runners at second and third and one out. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball off the plate again, 2-1. The Screaming Eagles thought it was over the corner, but Terry Helgett says no. We're slightly off to the side here with our spot on the press box to the right of home plate, but haven't seen anything too egregious in terms of balls and strikes. Home plate umpires throughout this tournament have been very good. Field umpires have as well. Jones fouls that one off. The count is 2-2. Kind of reached out for that pitch. A ball in play here might be enough to get Thomas Berry home as Jones prepares for the 2-2 offering. Here's the pitch. Another grounder foul. That one bouncing toward the Screaming Eagle bullpen. In terms of pitch count, the Bearcats have done a nice job working the freshman Partain, but they got to make it hurt here eventually. Second and third with one out in the fourth. Another pitch. Fly ball right field. Kempf shading his eyes from the sun. He dropped it. He couldn't find it. Berry's going to come home to score. Jones at first, Mangum at third, and Landers got the lead. Kyle Kempf, blinded by the sun out in right field. He had the glove up over his eyes and he never saw it. The ball dropped 2 feet behind him, and that was enough to allow Berry to come home to score. There are runners at first and third, and Landers back on top. Have yourself a World Series, Will Jones. His third RBI. And that brings up Mason Dodd, the third baseman, with runners at the corners. Takes a pitch high, 1-0. Well, what an unfortunate turn of events for Chase Partain, the freshman. He got a fly ball that, honestly, folks, it might not have been deep enough to score Berry, but it was lost in the sun as Bertram comes up and fakes a throw to third on a ball low and outside. A pitch to Dodd, breaking ball at the knees, taken for a strike as Britt Johnson claps his hands in the third base box. That's not a pitch Dodd could probably do a whole lot with. Another ball low and away. That's a 3-1 count on Dodd. Mangum at third, Jones at first, 1 out in the fourth. Lander up 2-1. There's a shallow fly ball left field. Coming in is McNamara. He'll make the catch. Mangum will fake home and then retreat to third. So 2 outs in the inning as Dodd flies out to left, and that brings up Gatlin Minnick. Minnick, the true freshman, trying to help the Bearcats extend a 1-run lead. He walked in his first plate appearance. Breaking ball over the outside part of the plate, 0-1. Bearcats with a 1-run lead in the fourth inning, looking for more. The 0-1 just outside, 1-1. This is Gatlin Minnick's first start since March 26th against Francis Marion. Another breaking ball catches the corner and a 1-2 count. Minnick started that game against Francis Marion because Taylor Kellner, the left fielder, was suspended. Alex Conaway had to bump over from right field, and that put Minnick back in the starting lineup. Before then, Minnick's last start had come on March the 12th against Augusta. So this is his second start in almost 3 months. Runner on the move. Shallow fly ball right center field. That could be trouble. Long run diving, and it's not going to be caught. Mangum comes around to score. Now Jones on the way to the plate. The throw offline. 2 runs come home for the Bearcats, and it's a 4-1 lead for Lander. Gatlin Minnick, the freshman, a 2-run single to right field. Great effort from Kempf. A diving attempt, but he could not haul it in, and Lander extends the lead. For Gatlin Minnick, his first RBI since March 23rd against Anderson. And the Bearcats have a 3-run lead in the fourth inning. Well, a Lander offense that has been so quiet here at the College World Series, with the exception of home runs, now starting to string some hits together, albeit with a little bit of help from Mother Nature. Now Matt White at the plate. He'll take a ball downstairs, 1-0. White, the senior from Summerville, South Carolina. He's 1 for 1 today. A 1-0 breaking ball over the plate. 1-1 now on White. Throw back over to first. Minnick, as we mentioned, no steals this season. Here's the offering to White. Breaking ball at the knees on the inside. We're in the 4th inning, and you could count the number of fastballs Lander has seen today on one hand. Chase Partain not going to give the Bearcats anything with velocity on it. He's going to drop those off-speed pitches and make Lander hit them. The Bearcats haven't necessarily hit them hard, but they have found patches of grass here in Cary. The biggest outfield Lander has played on all season. The gaps here are really a difference maker. As White reached out for one low and away for strike 3. But 3 runs home for the Bearcats. They lead at 4-1. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Lander with some breathing room. The defense will try to hold the lead when we come back to Cary. You're listening to Bearcat Baseball. Four to 1 Landers. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning of the College World Series. Rickson Lane with you. 6-7-8 due up for Southern Indiana as this is Drake McNamara, the sophomore left fielder, to lead things off for the Screaming Eagles. A 3-spot for Lander in the top of the 4th has given the Bearcats a little bit of room to work as Waite misses up high. There's no breathing easy, however, at the College World Series. These teams are here for a reason. Only 5 teams left in Division II baseball. There's a strike on the inside corner, 1-1. Angelo State, Franklin Pierce, and Central Missouri have all departed. There's a breaking ball low and away, swung on and missed. Millersville, Nova Southeastern, Cal Poly Pomona, Southern Indiana, and Lander. The lone 5 remaining. The 1-2 to McNamara. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball down low. Mangum applies the tag for out number 1. Waite got him to chase one in the dirt. One down in the inning for Trent Gunn, the third baseman. Gunn 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. First pitch swing and a grounder to Dodd at third base. He'll field, tap the glove, throw to first, and out number 2 is recorded. 2 quick outs for Waite. Nobody aboard as up comes Andrew Cope, the senior first baseman. Well, this Screaming Eagle team handed Lander its first loss of the 2014 College World Series in a winner's bracket game. Lander would go on to be eliminated by Tampa the following day after knocking off Chico State in the school's first ever College World Series game. This is the second appearance in program history for the Bearcats. They've been to Cary 2 of the last 3 years. Here's the first delivery from Waite. Just caught the inside corner at the knees, 0-1. Lander head coach Kermit Smith in his 7th season at the helm. 243 wins, 133 losses for the Bearcats. As there's a ball fouled towards the Bearcat dugout, 0-2. Kermit Smith, the distinct honor of coaching every postseason game in the history of Lander baseball. Bearcats had never made the conference tournament before Smith arrived. And Smith also enjoying this is the first college game he's ever coached in June, as that ball fouled left side out of play. His Bearcat team back in 2014 was eliminated before the calendar turned to the month of June. Same with his Belmont Abbey team in 2009. As the Crusaders advanced to Cary for the first time in school history under Smith's guidance. Another 0-2 pitch. Low and outside. Tried to get Cope to go after that one. Instead, the count runs to 1-2. Sun starting to overtake the cloud cover here in Cary. As Waite comes to the plate. There's a fly ball to right center field. Daly and Minnick converging. Daly will make the call, make the catch. 1-2-3 go the Screaming Eagles in the bottom of the 4th inning. We head to the 5th of the College World Series. Lander leading Southern Indiana 4-1. You're listening to Bearcat Baseball. Top of the 5th of the College World Series. Rickson Lane here with you. Lander holding a 4-1 lead over Southern Indiana. Zach Daly leads things off. He takes a breaking ball outside, 1-0. Daly hitless so far today. As the senior center fielder tries to get something started here in the 5th. Another ball outside. A 2-0 count for Zach Daly. Breaking ball, that one drops low and outside for a strike. Another strike at the knees. Partain has come back to even the count up. A ball taken low. And the count moves to 3-2. A full count offering to Daly. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Daly watched it pass, and he's retired on strikes for the first out of the inning. One down for Colby Lesignan, the first baseman. Lesignan, another Bearcat power hitter who's been somewhat quiet here in Cary as he takes a strike at the knees. Another strike at the bottom half of the zone. And Lesignan behind 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And the 2 and 3 hitters retired quickly for the Bearcats, both on swinging strikeouts, or rather on strikeouts, pardon me. So quickly 2 down in the inning, and that brings up the cleanup man, Thomas Berry. Berry trying to spark some 2-out offense for Lander. And he was taking all the way there. Really didn't even have the bat reared back and ready to go. As he takes a strike, 0-1. A breaking ball downstairs, and that makes the count even 1-1. Breaking ball in the outside corner. So let's see if Berry swings here. Breaking ball fouled off of the mask of Bertram as Thomas Berry stays alive. Berry trying to extend the at-bat. Swing and a grounder right side. Back on the outfield grass is Griggs. He'll throw on to first. And the Bearcats are retired in order 1-2-3. So Lander unable to scratch or run across. As we go to the bottom of the 4th inning here in Cary in North Carolina. Bottom of the 5th, pardon me. Lander leading at 4-1. You're listening to Bearcat Baseball. Four to 1, Lander leading Southern Indiana, bottom of the 5th inning. Rickson Lane here with you in Cary, North Carolina. Good to have you along with us. First offering on the way from J.D. Waite, swung on and lifted to center field. Not very deep, though, as Daly comes in to make the catch. One swing, one out, as Joe Redburn, the designated hitter, retired on the F8. One down in the inning for the top of the order, and Hamilton Carr. One for two this afternoon is Carr, the center fielder. So he takes a strike of the letters 0-1. The 0-1 offering. Just missed at the knees on the inside corner. 1-1 count to Carr. There's a swing and a high fly ball left field. Kellner back on the run. Daly there, no drop in between them. A double for Hamilton Carr. That ball hung up in the air a long time, and neither Daly or Kellner got there to make the catch. It seemed like they both thought the other was going to make the grab as it dropped a foot between the both of them. So Carr is aboard with a one-out double. And that'll bring up Kyle Niemeyer, the shortstop. Niemeyer 0 for 1 today. The senior from Evansville, Indiana, and there are a multitude of Evansville natives on the Southern Indiana squad. First pitch catches the outside corner, off speed, 0-1. 10 different Evansville natives in the Southern Indiana program. Ball downstairs, blocked by Mangum, 1-1. Runner on second, one out, bottom of the fifth inning. Lander leading Southern Indiana 4-1. Breaking ball outside, 2-1 now to Niemeyer. The number 2 hitter in the order for the Screaming Eagles. Wade will come set at the letters. Now the 2-1. Off the plate as well, 3-1. So Wade trying to take command of this at bat behind 3-1 to the number 2 hitter for Southern Indiana. Runner on second and one out. Look back to the second base bag. Now the 3-1 pitch. Caught the outside corner, 3-2. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Reached out and lifted to left field. Kellner coming in on the run. White will go back and make the grab near the left field line. The shortstop with a fantastic catch. What a play from Matt White. A long run back. It looked like Kellner had the beat on it, but White was able to make the grab, racing back towards the outfield line. And 2 down in the inning, as up comes Kyle Kempf, the right fielder. Kempf 1 for 2 this afternoon. A senior from Evansville. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it back 0-1. A 3-run lead for Lander here in the fifth inning. The 0-1 pitch. Skied out of play right side, 0-2. J.D. Wade on the mound. He picked up the win back in the Southeast Regional and Landers' 3-0 victory over U.S.A. Aiken. It was his 5th win of the year. The 0-2 to Kempf. Foul back to the net. The senior right fielder stays alive in the count. With J.D. Wade, a midweek pitcher last season, went to Kermit Smith in the offseason, said he wanted to know how he could get in the starting rotation, worked his way through the offseason, still had not cracked the rotation at the beginning of the year, went to Wingate and threw a complete game against the Bulldogs, and that really sparked his movement into the rotation as that ball's outside. He is not a flamethrower by any stretch of the imagination, but one of the best competitors on the Bearcat roster, and it is a roster full of competitive pitchers. Here's the pitch. Just missed on the inside corner. Wade froze on the mound. He thought he had the punch out. Instead, the count's 2-2. Seven innings of 3-hit ball for Wade in his last outing. The 2-2 pitch, line left field, base hit. They're going to wave the runner around. Kellner comes up firing, throw to Dodd. It'll be cut off, not in time. And an RBI single with 2 outs for Kyle Kempf, and that makes it a 4-2 ball game. So Southern Indiana trying to claw their way back. This team that won the College World Series just 2 seasons ago, you know they're not going down without a fight. And out comes Kermit Smith. Thought he was going to come out for a mound visit. Instead, just picking up John Mangum's mask. It had gotten slung towards the Bearcat dugout. So Wade will deal with the cleanup hitter, Sam Griggs. First offering, swinging a fly ball right field. Minnick back to his left. And he'll make the grab for out number 3. The Eagles put a run on the board, but Lander holding the lead. We go to the 6th here in Cary, North Carolina. The Bearcats on top 4-2. You're listening to Bearcat Baseball. Top of the 6th inning in Cary, North Carolina. Rickson Lane with you, 4-2. Lander leading Southern Indiana as John Mangum set to lead things off for the Bearcat offense. A senior from Waxhaw, North Carolina. He takes a big breaking ball down at the knees, 0-1. Mangum, no official at-bats tonight. He has scored a run after being hit by a pitch back in the 4th inning. That ball bounces off the dirt, 1-1 count. There's a strike at the knees from Partain. Runs the count to 1-2. Chase Partain, the freshman, just missed outside there. Redshirt freshman from, you guessed it, Evansville, Indiana. Football, basketball, and baseball letterman at Mater Dei High School. As that breaking ball is high and tight, 3-2. Took Mater Dei to the Indiana State Finals in 2014. What a spot for him to be in. College World Series elimination game. The 3-2, swing and a miss. Mangum misses on the off-speed delivery. Southern Indiana not doing the traditional throw-around that you see after strikeouts, where the ball typically goes from first base to short to second to third and back to pitcher. Just a throw to first. As Taylor Kellner steps in, he wanted to bunt, instead takes the ball low. Partain's last outing came on May 23rd against Missouri Science and Technology. He went 7 innings, allowed 5 runs on 9 hits, walked 1, did not record a strikeout as he paints the outside corner there. Another ball down in the dirt on the inside corner, 2-1. Partain has pitched in 10 games this year. Southern Indiana has lost 7 of those games. He did pick up victories over Missouri St. Louis, Indianapolis, and Missouri S&T. As another pitch low and outside, off-speed delivery, didn't catch the plate. Three-one pitch to Kellner, breaking ball too high, and he's aboard. Boy, Kellner got out of the batter's box quickly there. Sometimes you see hitters wait and make sure the umpire makes the call of ball 4. Kellner didn't hesitate. He was out of the box almost before that pitch was caught. 1 on and 1 out for Lander, and this is Will Jones, the senior out of Cordele, Georgia. Jones 2 for 2 today, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. Been a good day at the plate for the senior second baseman. And now time taken by Kermit Smith. He wants to talk to Kellner and Jones. Britt Johnson comes over from the third base coaching box. Brandon White, the closer, who's also the first base coach, he'll come in and chat as well. Southern Indiana will converse on the mound. A breeze blowing here at the ballpark. The flags over at the rotunda on the left side of the park blowing left, so the wind coming in from right center field towards the left field line, which makes it even harder for these Bearcat hitters to get a ball out of here. Their best bet is down the line in right field. Zach Daly's done it twice, but with the wind blowing in from right field, you can pretty much forget about pulling a home run down the line. But Lander, they have really knocked the notion that you can't hit home runs here at Coleman Field. Bearcats have hit 4. Check it, 3. There have been 4 in the tournament. Daniel Zardone out of Nova Southeastern hit one yesterday. Breaking ball in for a strike to Jones, 0-1. Kellner at first base with 1 out. Partain will throw over. Taylor Kellner is the best base stealer on the Bearcat team. He's got 15 steals and 17 attempts. And he's off and running. Strike. Throw down to second, not in time. Kellner swipes his 16th bag of the year, and he's in scoring position with one out. Boy, a great jump there for Taylor Kellner, and there was nothing that Bertram could do. The throw was slightly offline, but even a good throw I'm not sure would have gotten him. Kellner got a phenomenal jump on that pitch. Now Jones with a chance to drive in another one as he lifts that one down the left field line, but hooking foul. The ball was up around the eyes, but Jones hacked at it anyway and nearly got it to drop in left field. Two strikes on Jones with Kellner at second. Still one down in the inning. And now Jones will ask for time and step out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball down in the dirt. Bertram will look the runner back at second. Throw on to first for out number 2. Two outs for Mason Dodd, the freshman out of Augusta, Georgia. Runner on second. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Lander leading at 4-2. First pitch low and away, 1-0. That breaking ball misses on the inside corner. And the count moves to 2-0. Another off-speed pitch low and outside. And Dodd's way ahead now, 3-0 count. Minnick, the number 9 hitter, on deck. As the 3-0 pitch is in the dirt. Partain issues another free pass, and Dodd's aboard. Runners at first and second with 2 outs in the inning, and up comes Minnick, who's 1 for 1 with a 2-run single. He's also been walked. That'll bring a mound visit for Chase Partain, his first of the afternoon. And does Tracy Archuleta, in his 10th season with Southern Indiana, does he make the move? There is action in the bullpen for the Screaming Eagles. Archuleta, 378 career wins, 191 losses at Southern Indiana. And this meeting a fairly quick one. It appears Partain will stay in the game. For the second time in this tournament, Lander facing a starting pitcher who had only made a handful of starts in the regular season. Yesterday it was Alexander Klein who diced up the Bearcats en route to a 12-1 win for Nova Southeastern. Today Partain has not had quite as much success, although he has limited Lander to just 4 hits. But the Bearcats have manufactured 4 runs in the process. They've drawn 4 walks, and now Minnick at the plate with 2 on and 2 out. The first pitch swing and a ground ball to third. Racing over to the back, stepping on in time is Trent Gunn, and that will end the inning. The Bearcats strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Lander leading Southern Indiana 4-2. You're listening to Bearcat Baseball. Bottom of the sixth inning here in Cary, North Carolina. Rickson Lane with you. 4-2. Lander leading Southern Indiana. J.D. Wade still on the bump for the Bearcats, as he will take on Ryan Bertram, the catcher. First pitch outside, 1-0. A 2-run lead for the Bearcats, as that pitch low and inside. 2-0 count to Bertram, the number 5 hitter in the order. There's a strike at the knees, 2-1. 72 pitches, 55 strikes from J.D. Wade. He has filled it up this afternoon. Surrendered some hits, 7 of them to be precise. That may be 8, as that one's yanked down the left field line. No, it'll hook foul out of play and races on down the hill for a souvenir. 2-2 count to Bertram. Nobody on. Leadoff hitter in the bottom of the sixth inning. Lander leading Southern Indiana by a pair. Meanwhile, Chase Partain, the starter for Southern Indiana, he's eclipsed triple digits, 105 pitches, as there's a line drive center field, but right to Zach Daly, a few steps back, and out number 1 is recorded. Hard hit ball to dead center field, to the area the Bearcats affectionately have called the graveyard this week. And you put a ball in the air in left center, center, or right center, very little chance it's dropping. These are teams with athletic outfielders, and they've got a lot of grass to maneuver around. So here's Drake McNamara, one of those outfielders. He takes a strike, 0-1. The left fielder for Southern Indiana. Swings on a line drive base hit into left field. Roped it right through the left side. And a one-out single for the Screaming Eagles. So McNamara aboard, and up comes Trent Gunn, the third baseman. Gunn 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. 1 on and 1 out for Southern Indiana here in the sixth. Gunn, a senior from Tell City, Indiana. Here's the first delivery from Wade outside. Only 13 players on this Screaming Eagle roster who do not hail from the Hoosier State. And a good many of those 13 are from Kentucky or Illinois. A regional heavy team for Indiana, but that's not necessarily strange at this level. You look at the Bearcat roster, it's South and North Carolina, a few Georgia, and a few Florida. A lot of players traveling cross-country at this level to play ball. The runner's on the move, swinging a fly ball out of play left side. That'll get up towards the walkway and into the trees. There is one Florida native for Southern Indiana. That is Robbie Goodwin, the junior left-handed pitcher out of Ormond Beach, Florida. He was previously at Southeastern Illinois. So Robbie went north twice in his college career. Left the Sunshine State for Illinois and Indiana. As Wade comes set, runner on the move again. Pitch out was on. Throw down from Mangum, too high. And a base swiped by McNamara. His fifth steal in 6 tries this season. Runner at second, 1 out for the Screaming Eagles. Southern Indiana also with a Toronto native, Zach Webster, senior right-handed pitcher. He also originally went to Southeastern Illinois. So Southeastern Illinois, they're recruiting nationally. Florida and Canada. Fly ball to right field. Gatlin Minnick coming in on the run to make the catch. McNamara will hold up as Minnick came up firing to third base. 2 down in the inning. And up comes Andrew Cope, the first baseman. J.D. Waite trying to work through the 6th inning. He's got 1 on and 2 outs. Cope 1 for 2 with an RBI so far this afternoon. First pitch swing and a grounder towards the back end of the Bearcat dugout. That'll trickle along the right field line. Bit of a chill in the air as the sun moves behind some clouds here in Cary. There is action down in the Bearcat bullpen. Andrew Reardon, the left-hander, warming up. As Wade will step off the back of the mound as McNamara dancing around at second base. Here's the 0-1. Check swing inside corner. Appeal down to Ivan Daniels, and he said that he went around. So Cope will strike on the inside. An 0-2 count on the Screaming Eagle first baseman, runner on second. 4-2 lead for Lander, bottom of the 6th inning. As Wade will step out again. Pulls the sleeve up a little bit on the right side. And now the left-hander back on the mound, working all the way on the far left side of the rubber. Against the left-handed Cope. A look back to second, now another. The 0-2 pitch. Grounder to first base. Lesignan's there. He'll race over, step on the bag, and the side's retired. J.D. Waite clutches the fist as he walks to the dugout. 4-2, Lander's got the lead. We've played 6 in Cary. To the 7th we go in the College World Series. Bearcats up by a pair over Southern Indiana. You're listening to Bearcat Baseball. Top of the order due up for the Lander Bearcats here in the 7th inning. Rickson Lane with you at the College World Series in Cary, North Carolina. Elimination day here between Lander and Southern Indiana as White takes a strike low and outside. My goodness. That one must have caught a part of the plate. We can't see here. Helgett pumped his fist, so an 0-1 count. Another ball way outside, 1-1. Matt White, 1 for 2 today with a strikeout. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a chopper to shortstop. Coming in and making the throw across is Kyle Niemeyer, 1 down. Thought that ball might have taken a bit of a kick off the grass, but a good play from Niemeyer to come up and get it on the grass. One down for Zach Daly. Daly hitless today, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts as he takes a strike at the knees, 0-1. That pitch just misses outside. The count evens up 1-1. Chase Partain still out on the mound for the Eagles. He's up over 110 pitches as that ball is high. 2-1 count. There are plenty of Screaming Eagles in the bullpen, but nobody currently warming up. There's another pitch outside to Daly. A 3-1 count to Lander's leading RBI producer. He swings and grounds one to first base. Fielded by Cope. He'll step on the base for out number 2. Breaking ball in on the hands, and Daly with the ground out. 2 down in the inning for Colby Lesignan. 0 for 3 with a strikeout today. First pitch way off the plate. A 1-0 count to Lesignan, the senior out of Eustis, Florida. There's a strike on the outside corner as the count evens up. Another strike outside. Partain really being careful not to give Lesignan anything he can turn on here. It's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball inside, missed, 2-2. To the 2-2. Swing and a line drive to left field. Back on the run. Looking back is McNamara, and it's over his head up against the wall. Lesignan going to round second, and he'll hold there. Double number 20 for Colby Lesignan. And you know that felt good for the big first baseman. He has had a tough time here at the College World Series, but Lesignan roped that one in the left center field gap. McNamara couldn't run it down. And a 2-out double for the Bearcats. So with that, Lesignan becomes just the 5th player in school history with 20 doubles in a season. He joins Eric Lundy, Jesse Barbaro, Weston Lawling, and Patrick Grady. And up comes Lander's all-time home run king, Thomas Berry. First pitch low and outside, 1-0. Berry 0 for 1 today with a walk and 2 runs scored. He has also been walked more times than anybody to ever play ball at Lander. Another ball low and away. Partain really seems to be struggling here somewhat with command. His breaking ball in particular, when he misses outside, it has been well off the plate and often in the dirt here in the last inning or so. Another pitch low and outside. That's 3 pitches in the same spot. In the dirt, middle of the right-handed batter's box. Terry Helgett telling Thomas Berry to hurry up and get back in the box. Partain taking a while out on the mound. A look back to second. Now the 3-0 pitch. Barely caught the inside corner. Bearcat fans aren't thrilled with the call. Berry will reach down and grab some dirt in the left hand. No batting gloves for the senior. Not many of these Bearcats do wear batting gloves. It's the 3-1 to Berry. Swing and a lazy fly ball, shallow center field. Griggs coming over from second. He'll make the catch. Lander leaves a runner aboard. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning here in Cary. 4-2. Lander leading Southern Indiana. You're listening to Bearcat Baseball. A first pitch strike to begin the bottom of the 7th inning from J.D. Waite, still on the mound for the Bearcats. 4-2, Lander leading Southern Indiana here at the College World Series. Rickson Lane with you. 0-1 fastball in the outside corner, and the count moves to 0-2. 3 runs in the 4th inning for Lander. That has been the difference so far. Both teams plated a run in the 2nd. Southern Indiana with 1 in the 5th. Reaching out and fouling that one off is Joe Redburn. Protecting the plate there, 0-2 count. Waite trying to protect the 2-run lead. The 0-2. Down in the dirt, 1-2. Good take there from Redburn. Redburn, the number 9 hitter in the order, trying to get something started here for the Screaming Eagles. The 1-2. Line drive, past a diving White, base hit. Waite nearly nabbed the comebacker and pounds his glove in frustration as Redburn reaches. So leadoff man aboard for Southern Indiana, and that brings up Hamilton Carr, the center fielder. Carr 2 for 3 today with a run scored. 9 hits for Southern Indiana in this game as he lays a bunt down. And nobody's over to cover first base, and the ball thrown away by Wade. It's going to get into right field. Got away from Jones. Minnick comes up firing to throw to second base, and they get him at second. Gatlin Minnick was there in right field. Jones was late to cover first as that ball was pushed down the first base line. Waite and Lesignan converged. Jones got to the bag late, and Waite probably wanted to keep that in his back pocket. Instead, he threw it away, but Minnick was there to pick it up and throw out the runner at second base. And Tracy Archuleta out to argue. Runner on third with 1 out for Southern Indiana. And this is going to bring up Kyle Niemeyer, the shortstop. The first error of the day against either squad. And it comes against J.D. Waite here in the 7th. John Mangum out for a word with his pitcher. And now Waite will take a walk around the back of the mound. So Niemeyer at the plate for the Screaming Eagles. He's 0 for 2. And now Mangum once again out to talk to Waite. Reardon the lefty warming up in the pen for the Bearcats down the right field line. Now Mangum will come on back and set up shop. Lefty-lefty matchup here between Waite and Niemeyer. And now Kermit Smith out to the mound. And let's see if J.D. Waite is lifted here. Mangum's walked out twice to talk to him. Now Kermit Smith will head out. And you wonder if this is all part of the plan to get Andrew Reardon a few more pitches in. Smith is looking over to Shane Freeby, the first base umpire, but he has not made the motion yet. And he probably won't until he's forced to. Now he does. J.D. Waite's day is over. The Bearcats are going to the bullpen. We'll tell you about the new arm for Lander when we come back to Cary, North Carolina. Runner on third and 1 out here in the 7th inning. Bearcats up by a pair of the College World Series. You're listening to Bearcat Baseball. The new pitcher for the Lander Bearcats, the senior out of Sumter, South Carolina, Andrew Reardon, the left-hander, takes the mound for Lander with a runner on third and one out. The bottom of the seventh, Bearcats leading at 4-2. Reardon making his 24th appearance of the year. He's 3-1 with a 5.03 ERA, one save this season. He's thrown 34 innings, allowed 20 runs on 27 hits, walked 27, struck out 40. Opponents are hitting .216 against Andrew Reardon, and he'll face the number 2 hitter in the order, Kyle Niemeyer. First pitch, fastball way inside. Niemeyer had to back out of the way. 1-0 count. The Screaming Eagle dugout coming to life here in the 7th inning. 1-0 from Reardon. Another fastball inside, 2-0. Reardon pitched on Sunday morning against Central Missouri, that game that didn't start till 10:05 at night. The 2-0 catches the inside corner, 2-1. Hesitation there on the call from Terry Helgett, but it is a strike, 2-1. In that game against the Mules, Reardon went one inning, gave up a hit, no runs, as that ball is fouled off left side. He walked one and struck out one in that game. A 4-3 walk-off win for the Bearcats in the bottom of the ninth at 1:15 a.m. He's got a 2-2 count here on Niemeyer. Picks up the rosin bag, tosses it around in the left hand. Adjusting the black glove on the right hand is Reardon. Now he'll climb the rubber. The 2-2. Called strike three at the knees. Breaking ball froze Niemeyer, and a big second out for Lander. 2 down for the Bearcats as Kyle Kempf comes to the plate. The senior right fielder for the Screaming Eagles. 2 for 3 with an RBI. Middle infield way back for the Bearcats, out on the outfield grass. First pitch outside, 1-0. The 1-0 to Kempf. Fastball too high, 2-0. Reardon fell behind Niemeyer, 2-0, before bouncing back with 3 straight strikes. The 2-0 pitch, grounded left side. White deep in the hole, going to throw on to Lesignan to stretch, and he got him! 6-3 ground out. Reardon out of the inning. Let's go to the 8th in Cary. Lander leading at 4-2. You're listening to Bearcat Baseball. John Mangum at the plate to lead off the top of the 8th inning for the Lander Bearcats. 4-2. Lander leading Southern Indiana as Mangum takes a strike 0-1. New pitcher on the mound for Southern Indiana. It is the senior right-hander Alex Holder as Mangum fouls that one right side 0-2. So both starters exiting in the late innings. J.D. Waite was lifted in the 7th. And now Alex Holder on in the 8th. The 0-2 grounded left side. Gunn will field it. Bobble it. Ball on the ground. Going to have to hurry the throw across. Not in time. The throw was high and the tag attempt from Cope unsuccessful and Mangum's aboard. So an error on Trent Gunn, the third baseman, puts the leadoff runner aboard for the Bearcats. We can close the book on both of our starting pitchers this afternoon. J.D. Waite went 6 1/3, allowed 2 runs on 10 hits, 2 strikeouts. Chase Partain, 7 innings of work, allowed 4 runs on 5 hits, walked 4, struck out 7. As Kellner wants to bunt and he takes a ball high and outside. Gunn charging hard there from third base. Mangum at first. Bearcats leading by 2. Another bunt attempt shown, and it's put down in front of home plate. Bartram will throw on to first in time to retire Kellner, but Mangum advances to second. Runner in scoring position with 1 out for the Bearcats. So now Will Jones at the plate. He's already driven in a run today. 2 RBIs, as a matter of fact, for Jones as he takes a breaking ball. There's a strike at the knees, and Jones behind in the count now. The 0-2 count to Jones with the runner on second, 1 out. The ball low and outside, stopped by Bertram as Mangum holds at second. Swinging a ground ball to shortstop. 1 hopper, fielded cleanly by Niemeyer, and he'll throw on to first for the second out. So Jones with the ground out to short. That brings up Mason Dodd, the third baseman. The freshman steps in with 2 down. The top of the 8th inning, Lander leading by a pair. Holder with a look back, now a fastball outside. 1-0 count to Dodd. Dodd will step out for a moment. A big at bat here for the freshman third baseman. Chance to try to extend the Bearcat lead. A 1-0 fastball, low and away, 2-0. Holder, the senior out of Princeton, Indiana. Another ball outside, 3-0. Holder is 4-5 with a 4.7 ERA on 54 2/3 as he issues the walk to Dodd. The last two balls way outside. They wanted to give the free pass to try to go after Minnick, the freshman. Holder's allowed 39 runs on 60 hits, walked 24, struck out 38. So now he'll deal with Gatlin Minnick, 2 on and 2 out in the inning. Minnick 1 for 2 with a pair of RBIs and a walk. First pitch breaking ball too high, 1-0. Mangum at second, Dodd at first. Mangum with a big lead as Minnick takes a breaking ball outside, 2-0. Holder set at the belt. 2-0 fastball, barely trimmed the inside corner. The Bearcats can't believe it. Two-one count to Minnick. The pitch. Just on the outside corner, 2-2. Holder nibbling around the edges. The Bearcats think he's missing. And the count is 2-2. Mangum put his hands on his head after that second strike call. Now claps for the freshman right fielder. The 2-2. Check swing on a ball down in the dirt. They say did not go. Minnick was heading to first base just in case. He would have been out regardless. Mason Dodd is on first, but trying to make sure, leaving no stone unturned is Gatlin Minnick. So we got a full count with 2 on and 2 out in the top of the 8th inning. Lander leading at 4-2. Runners will be on the move here. Down in the dirt, and Minnick walks. The bases are loaded with 2 outs for Matt White, the leadoff hitter. White 1 for 3 with a strikeout today. And now Bertram out to the mound to talk to Holder. He's walked his last 2 batters. Big spot here in the 8th inning. First offering to White. Fastball low and inside, 1-0. That's 9 balls in the last 11 pitches from Alex Holder. The 1-0. Catches the inside part of the plate, 1-1. Well, after seeing a steady diet of off-speed pitches, you wonder how Lander's going to react to all these fastballs they're suddenly getting. Chase Partain didn't throw 5 fastballs the entire day. The 1-1. Inside corner at the letters, 1-2. White thought it was high. He threw his hands up in the air. But it's a 1-2 count now. Holder, the tall right-hander, comes set. The 1-2 pitch. Down in the dirt, blocked by Bertram. Outside, 2-2. Good stop there by Bertram, the senior catcher. That ball was spiked in front of the plate. So the count runs even. The 2-2. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Holder with a punch out, and Lander leaves him loaded in the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the inning. Bearcats leading Southern Indiana 4-2. You're listening to Bearcat Baseball. Bottom of the 8th inning here in Cary, North Carolina. Rickson Lane with you. Lander leading Southern Indiana 4-2. The cleanup hitter Sam Griggs to lead things off for the Screaming Eagles here in the 8th. Andrew Reardon working his second inning of relief for the Bearcats. He got Lander out of a runner on third, one out jam in the 7th. Now he'll deal with Griggs, who is 1 for 3 today. First pitch strike on the outside corner, 0-1. The 0-1. Grounded to Jones at second base. Fielded on 2 bounces. Throw to first for out number 1. 4-3 ground out retires Griggs. And up comes Ryan Bertram, the catcher. Bertram 0 for 3 today. As Reardon, the left-hander, comes set. The first offering. Fastball high, 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. Fastball at the letters, called strike 1-1. Boy, Reardon rocking and firing here in the 8th. Nothing subtle about these pitches. They are coming in high and hard. The 1-1 pitch paints the outside corner 1-2. Seeing some emotion here from Andrew Reardon. A 1-2 count against Bertram. The pitch. Swinging a grounder to White at shortstop. Dodd flashed in front of him, but he throws on in time. Well, Dodd, the third baseman, nearly collided with White at shortstop, but another strong play from the senior. There's 2 down in the inning. That'll bring up Drake McNamara. The left fielder for the Screaming Eagles, 2 for 3 with a strikeout and a run scored. Off-speed pitch up high, 1-0. The 1-0. Fastball right down Broadway, 1-1. Reardon is really gunning. Bearcat infield deep on the infield. The 1-1 breaking ball. Just missed high and away, 2-1. Good spot there from Reardon. But Terry Helgett does not agree. 2-1 count. Bases empty, 2 out, bottom of the 8th for McNamara, the left fielder. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and fisted foul over the Bearcat dugout. And the count is 2-2. McNamara stepping out of the box for a extra beat. Now he's back in. Waves the bat over the plate. 2-2 count. Reardon comes set. The pitch. Swinging a pop-up over the net and out of play. Got under that foul ball to stay alive, 2-2. Bearcat faithful on their feet. The 2-2 pitch. Swinging another pop-up over the Bearcat dugout. McNamara staying alive here. Trying to give the Screaming Eagles something to work with here in the 8th inning. The number 2-2. Fly ball right field. Minnick twisting, now coming back into his left, and he'll make the catch. 1-2-3 goes Southern Indiana in the bottom of the 8th. We go to the 9th. Lander leading 4-2 in an elimination game of the College World Series. You're listening to Bearcat Baseball. Top of the 9th here at the U.S.A. Baseball National Training Complex in Cary, North Carolina. Rickson Lane with you for Lander, Southern Indiana, an elimination game here on Wednesday afternoon. The Bearcats leading the Screaming Eagles 4-2, and a new pitcher in for Southern Indiana. This is number 28, junior left-hander Robbie Goodwin. Goodwin will come on to try to hold the deficit to 2 runs in the 9th inning. He'll face 2, 3, 4 in the order. Zach Daly to lead it off. Goodwin, the junior from Ormond Beach, Florida, takes a ball Inside does Zach Daly. On the year, no decisions for Goodwin. This is his 6th appearance. Another breaking ball inside, 2-0. He has a 6.35 ERA, does Goodwin. He's allowed 4 runs on 11 hits in 5 2/3 innings. Off speed, strike at the knees, 2-1. 3 walks and 5 strikeouts this season for Robbie Goodwin. And he hits Daly on the arm. The 2-1 pitch ran too far inside, and Daly's aboard for the first time today. They'll slap hands with Reed Gray, the second string first base coach, who has come in to take over for Brandon White, the closer, who's now down in the Bearcat bullpen. So up comes Colby Lesignan with 1 on and nobody out. Lesignan looking for something here. 1 for 4 as there's a ball down in the dirt, and Daly will go into second. Bertram wanted to come up throwing, but couldn't field it barehanded. Even if he did get the throw off, Daly was nearly to the bag. Runner in scoring position, nobody out for Lander in the top of the 9th inning. Lesignan at the plate. He doubled in his last plate appearance to the gap in left center field, but was left aboard. There's a ball down low. Lesignan, who hit his 20th double of the season in his last at bat, trying to increase the Bearcat lead here in the 9th. Goodwin will look back to second. Now Lesignan's going to bunt one down the first base line. What a beauty. Goodwin will throw on to first, but Lesignan lays down a phenomenal sacrifice bunt. The big first baseman pushed it down the first base line, nearly caused some problems for the Screaming Eagles, but there's a runner at third with 1 out, and now Thomas Berry at the plate. The Screaming Eagles will bring the infield in, it appears. The corners are in. Middle infield back just slightly, even with the second base bag against the pull hitter Berry. As there's a ball down in the dirt, Bertram blocks it, sliding to his left. Berry 0 for 2 today with 2 runs scored and a walk. He's got a speedy center fielder at third base, so a ball deep and in the air would likely bring enough, or be enough to bring home Daly as that ball's up high. 2-0 count to Berry. He'll rub the dirt between the palms and step back in the left-handed box. Wind really blowing in from right field. And they're going to issue a free pass to Thomas Berry. After Goodwin fell behind 2-0, Bertram sticks the glove out to his left. And a free pass for Berry. So Thomas Berry is aboard. There are runners at first and third, and now a mound visit for Robbie Goodwin. And let's see if they're going to bring on a new pitcher to face John Mangum, who is a right-hander. Indeed they are. Substitutions all around. We'll tell you about them when we come back to Cary, North Carolina. Runners at first and third, 1 out, top of the 9th. Lander leading 4-2. You're listening to Bearcat Baseball. With runners on first and third and one out in the top of the ninth inning, Southern Indiana brings in the senior right-hander T.J. Decker to face John Mangum. Decker, one of the most used relievers in the Southern Indiana bullpen. Sage Kornitzer on to run for Lander at first base. He replaces Thomas Berry. Decker making his 28th appearance of the year. All out of the pen. First pitch, breaking ball, hammered down the left field line and foul. Oh, John Mangum just missed an RBI knock down the left field line. Just barely hooked left. So runners on first and third, still with one out. Decker, 2-1 this year with a 2.82 ERA. 38 1/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 12 runs on 24 hits, walked 13, struck out 36. Opponents are hitting just 179 against Decker, the closer. He's got 10 saves this year. Mangum gets the signs from Britt Johnson in the third base box. A throwback to first, trying to get Zach Daly. He had a big lead. And Gunn came racing over on the pickoff move. 0-1 count to Mangum. And now he'll throw back over to first. Dark clouds moving in from right field here in Cary. Fake to first, throw to third, safe. Well, Decker has tried just about every variation of pickoff move he can here with Mangum at the plate. He's gone to first, he's gone to third, he's gone to first and then to third. We haven't seen the old third to first move. Instead, Mangum lays a bunt down. Decker going to toss to the plate. Daly is out. They'll throw down to first. And a 1-2-3 double play. And the half inning is over. Lander leaves 2 runners aboard. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Bearcats leading at 4-2. You're listening to Bearcat Baseball. Bottom of the ninth in Cary, North Carolina. Rickson Lane with you, 4-2. Lander leading Southern Indiana. And Brandon White on to pitch for the Bearcats. White, the junior from Chapin, South Carolina, and the closer for Lander. And he will come in tasked with protecting the 2-run lead and keeping Lander's season alive. 32nd appearance of the year for Brandon White. He is 4-2 with a 1.21 ERA. 13 saves this year, 37 1/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 10 runs on 28 hits, walked 13, struck out 54. Opponents hitting 199 against Brandon White. He did pitch against Central Missouri on Sunday morning, the wee hours of Sunday morning. As his first pitch high and tight to Trent Gunn. He'll face 7, 8, 9 in the order for Southern Indiana. Gunn 0 for 3. As the off-speed pitch catches the inside corner, 1-1. Against Central Missouri, White went an inning, allowed a run on 3 hits, struck out 2, and picked up his 4th win of the season as that breaking ball over the plate as Gunn watches it. 1-2 count. Swing and a miss at a ball low and away. Bounced off of Mangum. He'll throw down to first for out number 1. And a loud clap of thunder here in Cary. Let's all pretend like we didn't hear anything. 1 out. As up comes Andrew Cope, the first baseman. Andrew Cope is 1 for 3 with an RBI today. 1 out, bottom of the 9th. Lander leading it 4-2. The first pitch. Strike at the knees on the outside corner. Fastball. 0-1. That pitch outside, 1-1. White set, the 1-1 pitch. High and away, 2-1. White rubs the sleeve over the eyes. Now peers into Mangum for the sign. 2-1 count. Here's the offering. Catches the outside corner with a breaking ball. 2-2 now. The count even up on Cope, the first baseman for the Screaming Eagles. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Slider got him for out number 2. Mangum walks over to the Bearcat dugout, pounds the chest as he gets back behind the home plate. And we will have a pinch hitter for Southern Indiana, Logan Brown, the freshman. Brown in to try to keep the game alive. This is his 30th appearance this year. He's hitting .318 with 3 doubles, a triple, and 8 RBIs. First pitch, outside, 1-0. That Bearcat flag waving over on the rotunda. Breaking ball, strike at the knees, 1-1. There are only 5 flags left. Over down the left field line. 5 teams left in Division II. The 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. Nobody on, 2 out. Bottom of the 9th. Lander leading Southern Indiana 4-2. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Ball low and inside, and the count is 2-2. Brown, the left-hander, back in the box. White, the right-hander, on the mound. And now time taken by Logan Brown. The 2-2. Fouled it off. Brown barely stays alive. Got it off the handle. White ran it in on his hands. And we'll do it again, 2-2. The 2-2. Grounder to first, foul. It bounces out of play, and White continues to battle with Brown. A 2-2 count. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming up. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss down to the dirt. Mangum, throw down to first. That'll do it. Lander wins it 4-2, and the flag stays up. The Bearcats are one of 4 teams left in Cary, North Carolina. A 4-2 win over Southern Indiana. The Screaming Eagles in the season at 38-21. Lander is 44-15, and they're still alive at the College World Series. That'll do it for us here in Cary. For everybody here at the USA Baseball Training Complex, I'm Rickson Lane signing off for now. Let's get your final score. Lander 4, Southern Indiana 2. The Bearcats survive. It is now Lander, Nova Southeastern, Cal Poly Pomona, and Millersville left. Lander will take on Millersville tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Millersville undefeated. The Bearcats need to beat them twice. They'll try to get one tomorrow night at 7. That'll do it for us here in Cary, North Carolina. So glad to have you along with us. Lander 4, Southern Indiana 2, your final score. Have a blessed evening, everybody, and we'll talk to you tomorrow night.